US conservative youth activist and influencer Charlie Kirk has been shot dead while speaking at a university in the state of Utah. Now, these images show students fleeing the scene shortly after the incident on Wednesday. Utah Valley University says Kirk was hit in the neck by a single shot. Kirk was a major ally of US President Donald Trump. Posting on his Truth Social platform, Trump wrote, "The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead." Speaking a short time ago, the governor of Utah called Kirk's death a political assassination.
This is a dark day for our state. It's a tragic day for our nation. And I want to be very clear that this is a political assassination. The investigation is ongoing. But I want to make it crystal clear right now to whoever did this: we will find you, we will try you, and we will hold you accountable to the furthest extent of the law.
And from Washington, DW correspondent Benjamin Alvarez-Gruber has this update.
President Trump, who confirmed the news of his death, ordered flags to be lowered to half-mast across the country until Sunday, sunset of Sunday, following this news of the president's close ally, whom Trump referred to as someone who understood better than anyone, as he said, the heart of America's youth. The news of Charlie Kirk's murder has shaken the country, along with the first images and videos that we saw of him being shot in the neck during this event at Utah Valley University. That's immediately sparked a wave of solidarity and widespread condemnation throughout the political class here, from Republicans and also from Democrats, saying that political violence should never be the solution, hoping that there would be a quick recovery. But unfortunately, that was not the case, and Trump announced that Kirk died following this shooting at the university.
And Benjamin, just tell us a bit more about who Charlie Kirk was exactly and his importance as a right-wing influencer.
Very significant figure, 31-year-old activist that is best known for funding Turning Point, a student organization that promotes conservative values. He used to participate in several university debates, was very active also on social media, where he usually discussed his ideas against those of progressive, of rather liberal students. He was also an avid supporter of US President Donald Trump. He was at several of his campaign rallies. He was also present at his inauguration ceremony, so a very important, a very influential figure, especially with young voters, with young male voters. And so it was no surprise that not only President Trump, but many high-ranking members of the current US administration also offered their condolences and also prayers for his family.
Benjamin, as you say, Kirk was a popular and a divisive figure. What does his death mean now at a time when both the US and political debate is so polarised?
Political debate, very polarized indeed. This adds to it. Probably once again there will be a discussion on gun regulations that happens, unfortunately, in a rather quite often here in this country, considering the amounts of, for example, also school shootings. There are several now also pointing out that Kirk was an avid defender of the Second Amendment. A couple of years ago, he also made a rather controversial point on that, saying that it's not possible in a country with guns that this death will occur. So we can imagine that there will be more discussions on gun regulations now. We can imagine there will be more repercussions in the next coming hours, in coming days too. The latest was, as I started saying, this new message that the White House sent out, ordering all the US flags across the country to be lowered until Sunday, is more and more words of condemnation, saying that political violence is never an option to different opinions, that this has nothing to do with being liberal, with being Republican, with having certain points of views on one topic and on the other, that violence is never the answer, and that should always be a debate of ideas. And many stressed that once again after we heard this terrible news that definitely have shaken and continue to shake this country.
That was DW's Benjamin Alvarez-Gruber speaking to us in Washington, D.C. after the American conservative youth activist and influencer Charlie Kirk was shot and killed in Utah. Benjamin, thank you.